Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Eddie Pinheiro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they try the right side here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback thinking.
And it's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Big play there for the Bengals. 56 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
Fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
6-yard attempt.
This one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
21 yards.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. to throw here on first down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. Touchdown, Jaguars. Will Fuller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Jaguars 14, Bengals nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with first and 10. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take this in the end zone for Bengal TD. Harris Campbell, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
The 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second and 6. Being chased out left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time, but now it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. Fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Joey Sly lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Eluding the pressure right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
The pass.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
First down, Jaguars.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a first down.
9-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Nick Chubb.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to throw here. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Forced out to his left. Past the 20. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
2-yard line.
You You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd
They
and
run
goal.
it again with Janovich. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll look to throw here. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Very close to a turnover. They're in the end zone. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Chubb on the counter, and if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Back now here on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Can't bring him down. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throw here, secured. He's running back out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but now the foot getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Fant. And he gets it down to the 32. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an and now Miller hit, and he falls. And the Bengals grab it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best run.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, no, that's the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages.
Yard attempt.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. That close to taking a fourth-quarter lead, but the goalposts, they had other plans.
I thought it was on target. It looked good off his foot, but then, doink, off the metal and out. And those are the kind of breaks that can definitely swing a ball game.
And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12, as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Jaguars.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run again on first down. Chubb. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the Bengals' 41-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got room. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
At the 16-yard line.
They run. Chubb. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Jacksonville.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Miles Boykin, incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. This is the tight end fan. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken out of the 5. He's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. Now for the all-critical extra point. for the all-critical extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime, obviously a touchdown to win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. Yeah, great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. Shrugs him off. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. On the ground, it's Chubb. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield, go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A toss play to Chubb. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Jacksonville, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the home team here, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank